In this video, we're going to create a new HTML page and we will add jQuery to it and add some basic layout for displaying successful verification message or a message that verification link has expired. So I could continue working with index.jsp, it's going to be fine. We have HTML here, and in this page all we need to run is HTML with JavaScript, so you can use that one, but I'm going to show you how to create a new file if you need to. So I'll select web app folder and then I will do right mouse click to bring this menu and select new, and then from this list I'll select other, and then from a different project types I will look for web. So here's our web, and there we have some files that are web related. We have JSP file, but we already have it. Let's select HTML file, click on next, and now I need to give it a name. So let's call it email-verification.html, like this, and click on finish. Okay, so now we have an empty HTML file, we have a title, let's call it email verification service, and now we can work with it. All that we're going to do now is HTML and JavaScript, so I will add a couple of meta tags here to specify a character set for this page and for it to be better viewable on mobile devices. And let me format this. And now I will need to add a jQuery. jQuery is a library that allows us to easily perform some of the complex JavaScript functions and functionality. And one of them is to read URL query string and extract from it the token parameter and also send HTTP requests. So I will go to a Google page, and Google has a project that hosts different libraries which we can download and add to our project. So we can either download it or we can link to Google and have Google host that library for us, and we will simply have a link to it. So the project that I'm looking for is called Google Hosted Libraries. So here it is, Google Hosted Libraries. I'll search for it, and this is the page that I'm looking for, Hosted Libraries Google Developers. So I will open it, and on the right side here we see different projects that Google hosts. I'm looking for jQuery. So I'll click on jQuery and I will pick up the very first snippet. It's a jQuery minimized version, so they have performed minification of it on it, and this file size is going to be very small. I'm going to copy this link, and now I'll go back to my project and I will paste it right under the viewport. I'll paste it right here. So now I have jQuery added to my project, and I should be able to write JavaScript and perform asynchronous HTTP post or GET request and GET response from my RESTful web service. A couple of more things that I would like to add at this point. I will add two blocks. I'm going to use div tag, and each block has an ID, a unique ID, and each block will display information. So this block, it starts with the div and then it ends with the div, and it contains a text that it needs to display. So first block will be used for successful result. If token was successfully verified, we will display this block. And at this moment, the style of this block is set to none, display none, so that means this block will not be visible on this page when we run it. And the second block will hold a message for unsuccessful result. So if our token was not successfully verified, we want to display a friendly message to user, maybe insert an image there. At this moment I have a plain text there, verification link has expired. And for this block not to display, at this moment I also set a style, display none. So if I save this and if I go to my verification service project, and now if I open email verification page.html, I should not be able to see any of these blocks. This is it. So it's empty. We don't have any headers there. All we see is a title, email verification service. So these blocks work and they do not show us message because the style is display none. Later, when we add JavaScript there, we will set one of these blocks visible depending on the result we receive from our RESTful web service endpoint. So let's save this and let's continue for now.